this is something that teachers have been working on for a very long time. So I don't think there's like an immediate stress, like, oh, this was just something that was dropped on us all of a sudden that we need to go figure out for September now, along with all the other things that are happening. And again, like to the implementation piece, I can't speak on behalf of the school board anyway. I've been a classroom teacher by trade myself and supporting other educators as a consultant at times. But I would say in that space, I really think one of the big shifts, and this is going to be really hard because we have our traditional curriculum that comes from Ministry of Education. That's what we need to work through. And those skills are embedded throughout. Again, to highlight, and I've probably said this too many times in this interview already, but like none of these things are brand new. But I think maybe the shift we're making is there's been a lot of research in the past just 10, 15 years in psychology and some other fields looking at like, a lot of times we kind of thought like either you're a great critical thinker or you're not, or you're creative or you're not, or you have great interpersonal skills or you don't. And the research just doesn't support that. Like those are all learned skills. And I think that's maybe a shift we kind of need to make. If you ask any teacher, and this thing I think goes from kindergarten to post-secondary to college or university, if you ask anyone, are they giving students opportunities to think critically, to collaborate, to be creative? Every teacher's going to say, yeah, of course. Like that's always been part of our program. I think maybe the shift is more defining those things a bit more, being intentional, giving feedback on those skills. Because I can say for myself as a student going through the system, I had lots of opportunities to demonstrate those skills, but I don't ever really being taught how to think critically specifically a lot. Like I had great opportunities, I had feedback around it. And so I think maybe that's one of the shifts that we might start seeing for some is like, I think collaboration is a great one.
Certainly what we're doing in our programs with cooperative and experiential is first and foremost the whole notion of work integrated learning or cooperative education. So this is where students, as you may know, are applying what they're studying into work situations and into workplaces through our famous co-op program, of course, where we have students who are working full-time paid in industry or community organizations. And that is a form of experiential learning. And experiential learning it goes back over 100 years. It's not new, but it really is the concept of the more you can apply what you're learning and really get your hands into real problems and really think about how you come up with your own solutions, that really deepens the understanding of the concept. So that's basically what experiential learning is about. And in our case, in co-op and work integrated learning, we have the additional desire to not only deepen the understanding of the theory or the concepts, but also provide students with adaptability and resilience and the ability to take initiative, having agency, and having those other capabilities that will make them very employable and also able to navigate a number of different situations and circumstances, which is becoming increasingly important as we face disruptions in the future of work. So that would be in a nutshell what this type of education is that I'm involved with, which is a co-op and work integrated and experiential.